Good afternoon, everybody. Here we are on a bright sunny day, actually. A little chilly, but way better than having snow, I can tell you. So I hope everybody's okay. You're all safe and warm, cup of tea at hand. And here we are, tile 497, only 3 off number 500. And I just want to say a big thank you because you're sending your tiles in. We're nearly up to about 100, so come on, we've got quite a few more to do, but we've got over a week before we get to sort of cut this on the head. Please send your tiles in. If you find you've got one and you can't send it in, you can't get to the post office, or you don't think it's going to arrive on time, you could actually email it to me. As long as it's a good plan view, a high quality photo, tell me what number tile it is, and of course in the subject make sure you put tile 500, and we'll collate them here and we'll get them printed out just to sort of help us reach that target. It'd be lovely if we can. So yes, please. Oh, Janet, I've seen yours has arrived. I've seen yours today, so yours is on the board. They're all going up, so we'll hopefully do a quick video or a photograph of that later. But for now, let's get on, shall we? What do I have here? Okay, got a blush tile, which is in the all the whites tile pack. It's a nice mixture, and I've used a little bit of ink. Doesn't matter what colour you've got, really. I've used a little bit of a dark pink and a light pink here, so whatever comes with it. You don't have to. And I've spritzed it with a bit of water, left it to dry. So, okay, first things first then, pencil. Let's have a look. First thing I'm going to do, a bit of an angle, I think. Are you ready for this? I'm going to stick with pencil for a little while, just till I've got the main shape in. So I'm going to put myself a little bit of a curve in like this, almost like a letter S, but a really sort of thin one. Okay. And then I'm going to come back a little bit, so to about here. I'm going to do another one like that. So I've got that shape in the middle there. Let's go in a little bit more then. Rose, I've seen your tile as well. This has arrived. Got quite a few coming in. Okay, so there we are. Got this bit. So next little bit then, what I want to do at the top of this here, I'm going to do a short curve followed by a little bit longer like that. And then I'm going to turn it round and I'm going to do the same here. So a sort of a short curve followed by a wider one like that. Okay. So whilst I'm here sticking with pencil, I'm going to go from this point and I'm going to come down, follow that shape and stop there. And this side, I'm going to come down and it's going to kind of stop naturally. Okay. So I'm going to turn it round. So again, look, follow this one and it's going to come down and round, shape there. And this one, it's going to come round and kind of stop naturally. Doesn't matter if it doesn't fit in with those, it just gives you a little bit of a twist to play with. Okay. So then I'm going to turn it so I've got this kind of horizontally. And I'm going to do similar again. Look, I'm going to put in that kind of a shape. But this time, I'm going to go underneath there. Okay, just over that a little bit. And then again, look, I'm going to put that shape in. It's going to sort of sit there. It's going to come over there, like so. I'm going to remove that little bit of a line there, because I don't need that. Because it's going over the top of that one. Okay, now this time I'm going to go longer and shorter. Longer and shorter. So then this one, look, it's going to come down here. I just slightly get it going in there. And that one I'm going to do this with. Let's just point those there. And then this one, it's going to come down here. Let's go round there, look. And that's going to stop there. Alright, so looking at this, see where we've got this gap now, you see I've put those lines in. That's kind of going over there. So I'm going to continue it going over. And then I'm going to have it going under there. I'm going to do this in pen and then you'll see it. So it's got a bit of a crisscross thing going on there, you see? So let's bring a pen in. And let's put these bits in now. So let's have a look at this first line. See, that one's going under there. that one in. Oh, sorry. Around there. Along we go. And bring that down and round. And under there. So, next one. Follow the lines. So that one definitely goes over there like that. And if I bring that curve around, following those lines I've put in. Oh, mostly anyway. Alright. And then I'm going to come back to that one in a minute. Let's put the ones in that we for sure can see for a minute. Over there. And around. And in. And this one, let's fill in the gaps. See, so I've drawn that in, so I'm going to go over there. As long as you've got some idea of a bit of a crisscross design going on, that's fine. And around we go into there. So let's just make sure that I've got those lines in. And just get rid of any bits of pencil that we don't need now. See, who'd have known that you've drawn something in and pencil in the first place? Okay, so we've got a little bit of a crossover and under kind of thing going on in the middle there, like that. Okay, so we've got that. So looking at these, we've got these little sort of lines and they need to sort of go somewhere, don't they? So let's have a little look at this one. It sort of stops here. So if I bring that in under there, you see? So it looks like it's going under. Well, then I can extend it out even more. So I'm going to come out. I'm going to bring it up here like this. Okay, so you see, let's have a look at that. It starts here, look, it's going underneath there. And then it's coming out here. So that's okay. And then I'm going to put myself a little oval shape on the top. I'm going to just fill those bits in. And let's go a little bit bigger. So I'm going to put a little line around that filled in bit, like so. And then, okay, I'm going to come around this one now, we watch this. A little bit longer than you usually would, and I'm going to come up and put a little kink on the top. And then I'll come around here, and I want it to touch there and come along. So I've got a little bit of a curve there. I'm going to put two little shapes on the top, like a little heart shape. And then if I come in here, I'm going to come 1 and 2. See how it sort of comes in more at an angle there. And then I'm going to bring in a bubble in the middle. And then either side, so they look like they're kind of going underneath each other. We can add a couple of those little like peas in a pod. Any little gaps. Let's fill in with ink. Let's have a little look at that now. So we can see there, look, we've definitely got this one. It goes under, look, and it comes out there. So it doesn't look like it ends a little bit weird like. So we've got another one here, look, see this comes out and it sort of stops there. So let's follow that through. I'm not going to bring it out as far this time. I'm going to bring it out here. Just going to remove that pencil line there. You see? And again, let's put that little shape around it and fill those in. And then along the outer edge there. And then I'm going to come out, go a bit longer than you usually would. Curve. Now this one, it needs to come out, but it also has got to come back in and touch. And then we're going to sort of create a little bump on the top, filling in hard. One this side, a line this side. And we're going to start in the middle, and we're going to do this like peas in a pod kind of thing. There. Those ones. See? Filling in the gaps. Like so. Okay, so you see that's gone all the way underneath and it's coming out there. So let's have a look. We've got this one, see? It's stopping there. So again, let's bring that out. And out. Like so. And we're going to put a little bobble on the end like this. Fill it in. Round we go. And then along and out. Along and out. And again, I'm going to put that little shape on the top. And a curve there. And there. Yes. And then Along we go into this one. Peas in a pod. One side, then the other. And here we go. So that's 4. So there's definitely another one somewhere, isn't there? So if this one's connected, here it is, look. This one. Stopping here, it's got nowhere it's going at the minute. So let's get rid of that pencil line there. So let's do that then, let's bring it out. I'm not trying to make them all the same. See, I've got all different kind of lengths and things. And along we go there. And that one there. Just fill those bits in. Up and out. And the same again, look. And there we go. One here. And one here. Little bubbles. Peas in a pod. Fill in the sides. Okay, look at that. So we've got this sort of crossing over as it works its way around, all sort of working in together in that kind of sense. So let's have a look at putting a different tangle in then, a different pattern. So again, I'm going to come out, doesn't matter where now, I suppose. I'm going to let's bring one out here. And I'm going to come in a little bit thinner than what I've done. I'm going to go a bit taller as well. I think I've got the space. Let's extend it out a bit. Okay. So on the top of this one, I'm going to put myself like a little loop. You see how it kinks there? Yeah, almost leafish. And then on this side, I'm going to sort of do one in the other direction. Yeah. And then on the top, little diamondy shape. Look at that. So let's do another one. I'm going to come up here, look. I'm going to go underneath that one. Keeping it a little bit thinner. You see there, it's sort of going nowhere again, so I can make my mind up if I want to. I can bring it back and out, you know, sort of extend it a little bit. So here we go, watch. Starting here, I'm going to come in and create a little loop. See, it goes like that. It almost looks like a little nose, then it comes back to a point. And then sort of similar on this side. So I've got 2. And I've got a little diamond shape there. Okay, let's do another. So I'm not worried about putting these stems all in and along here. It's going to get busy enough as it is. So I'm going to go up. I'm going to come in a bit so you can see this one. So starting about here, look, I'm going to come round like that. And I'm coming back on myself and touching. And similar here, look. It's going underneath, see? Up and touching. And a little diamond shape on the top. So again, let's have another one coming up here. So it goes up and around. Along we go to those. And again, look. Round we go. Kink. Same there, look. Round. A little line. Get the idea? Alright, let's go back out then. So I've got a couple lying around. I've got a few sort of around here as well. So let's bring one in here. Now again, sometimes I will actually go around and put all my stems in first. So I kind of know where I'm going, but you don't have to. You can do little ones and the odd one as you're going. See, look there. Again, a little kind of a petal there. One round there. Okay, let's have one going on here. So you can have as many of these as you like. You can start the other way around if you want. You can have this petal in front of this one. It's entirely up to you. Okay, let's bring out another one up here. So they're all kind of going behind. So this sort of like crossover shape is the most sort of predominant piece within it all. Let's have one sort of here, so it looks like it's sort of going to sit behind there. Like so. Look at that. Okay. Alright then, I think at this point, let's switch it up. Let's do another tangle, another pattern. So let's have a look. Got sort of space here, so I'm going to come in with a curve. Like so. I'm going to come in again, I'm going to go a little bit wider there, but it's going to join and come to a point. And then on the top of this, let's go up a little bit so you can see what I've done. See, like that. I'm going to do a bit of a wave. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to put a curl on the top. Right, so let's do that again. I'm going to do one somewhere else so you can see how they work. So let's do like a curved line. And then again, see, not too far away. It's going to come up to that point. Yeah. And I'm going to do a wobbly line. I'm going to go quite tall with this one. And then around, forming a curl. Okay, let's have a look at that then. See? So, okay, I'll put one in here. So there's my sort of my line. Thicken it up there. And here, look, a few wobblies. And a curl at the top. Just do another one here. So I'm just going to see this top bit. So you don't have to draw the whole thing all the time. I'm going to go that way, look. You know, you could direct them into different positions. Let's put one here, look. Now, if you wanted to, you could go over that top piece, that top design, but I'm going to leave it. It's wavy. Curls. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 in there. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. 1, 2. I've got a few more of those. So now I think that's, yeah, that's pretty good. I'm okay with that. I'm going to come in with a couple of little lines. Again, make it kind of a bit thicker, getting to a point. I just want to put some little dots on the end. Let's go in a bit so you can see that. Like that. And I think that kind of finishes it off a little bit, doesn't it? Let's put one in there. So I've thickened that line up a bit. And then dot, and they're just going to get smaller. You can curve them a bit. I like putting these in. So let's have that one sort of coming up there. Thicken it up at the base there. Look at dot. And you're going to get a bit smaller. You see? Let's put one in here. Let's make it a bit thicker there. It's going to come round there. Follow it round there. Let's have a little look at how they're faring. You see, I've got a few round. So let's have a look. I think I'm going to put one, oh, decisions. Maybe one here, one here. Let's have a look at that. So again, like, I'm going to go over that one because I can. Okay. Little dots. Let's put one up here then. It's going over, under that one. In there. Again, like little dots. Yeah. Okay. That's probably it, actually. I think I'm going to put a couple little dots around the place. So, you know, nothing crazy big, just a few in areas. Just to give it a little bit of interest around there. Look. You could always do that with a gel pen if you wanted to. So, okay, let's bring a little bit of shading in here. So I'm definitely going to start with this shape here. Now, if you want to colour it, go ahead, it's fine. I'm going to come in with my pencil. First things first, let's get some darkness in here. So I'm kind of following that C shape. Putting some in there. And then I'm going to down this bit here. A little bit more in the bottom. So let's do that on all of them. So, to that bit there. You see, this is a little bit different. You haven't got that bit, so I'm coming back to that in a moment. Do have it on this one though, round here. So we're going to put quite a bit in there, look. There we go. And down here, a little bit in there. You can already see that shading start to form. And this one, just going to get a little bit in there, see? Like so. It's a little bit different than them others. Okay. So let's put some down here on this bottom edge. Definitely some there, look. Okay, so I'm not going to put a massive amount there, but I'm going to sort of peter it off there, see? Next one. So same again, look. It's going to go down here. Certainly some in there. And then I'm going to have some here, but it's going to sort of like disappear like that. Right, next one. Same again. More in there, look. And I could put some there and some there. And then at the top edge, a little bit in there, like that. Next one. In we go with this. Same as before. Definitely there. See, I'm going to do all those bits. And off there. Okay. So let's do any of these little stems, look, as they're going underneath. Anything that's going underneath, I'm going to add some pencil to. Okay, mostly that's fine. And let's have a look. Let's get the tortillon out and see what this is going to look like. So, okay, let's swirl this to start with. Now, follow the shape rounds. Just don't want it to completely cover, so it's dark here. And really ease off the pressure. Really ease it off. Soften it. Almost brushing it, look, into the piece there. And then this, while I'm here, I'm going to sort of similar thing, look. Very gentle. Swirl it round, and then here I can add that little bit in. I want to soften it off. There you go. Like so. But again, I don't want to fill the whole thing. Let's do these as we're going. So back in and around this, it's going to be filled more because that's in the background. And this one here, let's put those swirls in, soften it off a little bit, and then very gently look over the top of it there. Gives it a little bit of shadow. And again, let's do any bits we can see in there that's comfortable to do. Next one. In with this bit, soften and ease it off. You want to keep it dark in those bits where we've put the shadow, but lighten them off as we go round. And this one, again, along we go, nice and smooth. Soften that bit off as you your way round. See, giving it that bit of shape. Same with this one then. Along we go. And if you think it needs more, you can go back in and add another layer. It's absolutely fine. That's it. There's lots of options. I think, do I have? I've got a regular white pencil with me today. So I think I'll use that to help out a little bit. I'm going to bring in a bit of white down this edge. Because I want that to be lighter. Now, of course, if you're, same here, look, if you're on a white tile, you've got no inking at all on it, then maybe you'll not need to do this, but you can see how adding that touch of white has made everything else look a little bit darker. And that's because I've kind of got that sort of colour in the background with the inking. There we go, to those bits. See where we've got those little highlights there as well, I can do. Same there, you see, so I'm not going to blend that in, I'm not trying to go over the pencil, I'm just adding that little bit of a highlight, because I'm going to bring in, usually I'd use a black, shall I use a black? Or I could use one of the others. I'm going to use, let's have a look, oh, decisions. Yeah, I'm going to use my night sky, and sort of in this corner, let's go in a little bit. I'm going to add in a little bit of darkness there. So it's exactly the same as I would sort of do with my black pencil, but I'm using this darker blue colour. Same in there, we've got the darkness, just bringing it up a little bit. See, just very gently build it in. You know, don't have to use loads. So let's do that again, look. Because the shading's already there, I don't really need to do much, just sort of like ease it in. You don't want to have to sort of think about blending and stuff. It's just giving it that little bit of a darker edge than just the pencil on its own. You see? Just putting those bits in. Let's have a little look at that for a minute. You see the difference between this one and this one? Oh, it's giving it that little bit of extra. Okay, let's do this one. And we go with that bit. See, I'm just sort of easing it in. I'm not trying to fill it completely and do loads. Just want a little bit. It's mostly in those darker areas. Wherever you sort of feel it needs a little bit more to go to it. It's going to make that white look even brighter as well. Okay, see little hints in there. And along there. Okay. Alright, so that's that little bit done. So I'm going to come in with, I've got a little bit of pink here, I've got my light rose. I'm not going to do a massive amount to these because they're kind of in the background. So I'm going to fill them with a bit of colour. I'm not going to do the middle of it, I'm just going to do those two on the front there. So I'm going to come back with a different colour in a minute. You know, you can blend away to your heart's content, or you can just add a single colour. I'm going to come in with something else in a minute, but just to get it started, if you wanted to leave it as a block colour, you can. Let's see. See, look, I've missed that bit there. Not a problem. Not a problem. I can add that as I'm going. Same with those, look. And a little bit there. Okay. So I'm going to come in with my mid-rose. And just, you know, between the line there, add a little bit of that. Just to sort of separate the two. And give it a little bit of shadow. Again, not seriously kind of shading at all. It's adding that little feature in, just that we've got those two colours. They go nice. So they work. Oh, missed one completely there. That one was hiding. Let's put that in. Again, just a little bit of that in there. Okay, so we're back round. So I'm going to bring in a little bit of mid pink purple. I'm going to fill that in a little bit there, and then just on the tips, I'm going to add a little bit in there. So it's just that top edge and that one there. See, just the top edge. And because there's already colour there, you don't really need to blend it. This purple's very kind of pinky anyway, so it's going to work in nicely. You see, sort of little bits. There we go. So into that one. Alright, so far so good. So let's bring a bit of green in then for the stems. I'm going to bring my deep green in for this. And again, not too much blending because of course it's quite fine. And any of these extra little bits you see, you know, you can bring a bit in. I'm just going to kind of follow it down. And maybe just a little bits in those if you can as well. Even if you've sort of shaded it, you can still add a bit in. Just adds to it. Look at that. Okay, so we've come now to these shapes here. So you've got a decision, haven't you? You can stick with the colours you've got, or you can use something different. So I think being that I've got mid pink purple, I'm going to bring it in. Let's have a look. My light pink purple. If I can find it. Here we go. They're not in order at all. I'm going to add a little bit of colour in. So again, I'm not going to take ages on doing this. Let's have a little look at that. And let's do the heart at the same time. So I'm doing sort of a bit. I'm not filling the whole thing in. Like I'm leaving a little bit. And same with this one. And the heart. So what kind of we go with those? Heart. Let's bring that darker one in, which was my mid pink purple. I'm going to add a little bit to the edge there, see? And same with the heart. And rounding these. Sort of working my way around sort of systematically. There you go. Same with this one. A little bit on there. And on that one. So, if I bring my white back in, where I've left that little bit in, I'm going to start there and just sort of give a little bit of a highlight. Let's sort of move out so you can see that bit. See, look, a little bit of white. Sort of helps blend everything together as well, so it works. And it doesn't take much, you don't have to use a lot of colour, it's adding that little bit in. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to come back with my regular pencil and I'm going to add a little bit to the bottom there. I'm just going to pull it up a little bit in those sides. So a little bit in there. Pull it up on the sides. Like that. Again, all across, just on the side. Same with this one. Oh, thank you, Alice. Right. How are them gnomes playing up? We getting them under control?
You can see them two there huddled together scared.
We've had a bit of a we've had a bit of a gnome invasion. Yeah, Dobby's working from home today, wherever that may be. And he left his door open into the office. So we've had a few gnomes wander in, causing a few problems. I know. It's never dull working here, I can tell you. Luckily, I've got a door so I can keep them out of the office. It's all good fun, isn't it? Okay, so just one more bit with my pencil, because you see where things are going over and under here. What I want to do is add a bit of pencil just to the outer edge. Like so. You see where that one's really coming out and over. And then this one here, I'm going to choose a side again. Let's have that one. And let's blend that out. You see, it just gives it that little bit of an extra sort of feel that they're crisscrossing and they're over each other. You see? And then let's have a look. See, this one's over the top of this one. So I'm going to go that side, look. Have a little bit there. And soften it out. And that one's pretty much behind everything, so maybe just a little hint just underneath there. There we go. Okay, let's have a little look at that. All right, so I'm going to bring my black pencil in. Let's have a look. Oh, that's dark oak. I want black. And what I'm going to do here, let's go in again. That's where I've put that shadow. Let's just sort of accentuate it a bit. Now you could use a black pen here, but it might be a little bit too strong. You know, sometimes it's too much. So I'm just going to come in. That little bit of pen and see how it's just sort of give it a bit of definition there. Just helps it along the way a bit. And maybe just a little bit there. That one's okay. So this one here, a little bit. Maybe just, you know, on the edge there, look. And there. So let's have a look at that. All right, so a little bit of an interconnection type of twisty design today. Something a little bit different around the edge. Just going to go around that bottom edge, look. And it brings it out just a little bit. There we go, all done. So whatever you want to do with this, whether you want to go in full colour, I don't know which way around, let's have it that way. Whether you want to ink your tile or not, entirely up to you. But just have a bit of fun with it. You could even try something different on the ends and add more flowers. But other than that, all done for today. So hope you've enjoyed it. And again, thank you so much for sending tiles in for Tile 500 Challenge. please send more, or as I've said, drop an email in. Just make sure it's in the subject. It says Tile 500, so we can hopefully get some printed out too. That would be lovely. And other than that, take care, and I'll see you back here as usual on Friday for our next tile. See you soon. Bye.